first of all, thank you everyone for showing up here today and yesterday. In general, I want to thank the participants in Build Team Slack. I want to thank the program committee. We're not going to go through each one. I want to thank the organizing committee. These people have been working their butt off for this entire presentation. I want to thank our sponsors. I created the Build Team Slack for the most part to provide a single identification point for build users to conglomerate. It wasn't based around one particular build system. It wasn't based around one particular remote execution implementation. Build Farm started out on there, so did Build Grid, so did Build Barn, and that's in the order of creation. We are, for the most part, a reasonably small, we actually just crossed the 500 user mark, community of build engineers. I expect that everybody's more or less a build engineer. I still consider myself one, even if I'm not doing it on a daily basis. We're solving problems for a wide variety of companies that aren't necessarily interested in the work of one another, but if you choose to participate in the build team community, there's a good possibility that you'll get your questions answered associated with what we're doing. We're all solving the same problems for the most part. Some of us may be in competition, some of us may not be in competition. The point is that so far, I have managed to keep that separate from the idea that we want to answer the same questions, solve the same problems, and provide a decent, wise community for building software. As long as that continues to be of interest to people, I am happy to continue supporting it. We've provided an invite link here. This is a tiny girl, so hopefully you'll be able to read it off. We don't have these slides available, so if anybody's interested, go ahead and copy down that name. I'll leave it up for the duration of my talk. But if you're a Build Team member, we welcome your input, welcome your suggestions, welcome your opinions, and are an inclusive community for accepting the idea that building software is hard. Building software is not a cookie-cutter solution, and there deserves to be time spent on discussing it among ourselves and learning from one another that mostly deals with the individual. Almost nobody that I know that was at the first BasilCon, the first build meetup that I had gone to a bunch of years ago, and in general, the first build that I ran about 25 years ago, is at the same company that they're at currently. So I suggest that you join up. We're stronger together. And the quote that I'll leave you with is that nobody needs to drink alone regarding your build problems, regarding your issues associated with the solutions, or regarding your life. We are here as a community to prop everybody up. So I want to thank and give a shout out to our community repositories. Number one of that is Bazel. While everybody doesn't use Bazel, they have the open source repository available on GitHub and a significant following associated with that, both in terms of people watching their repo and folks committing to their repo documentation, story in general in terms of the rules infrastructure at large, as well as the individual remote execution implementations here in alphabetical order. Build Barn, Build Farm, and Build Grid. Links would be useless unless you have these slides, so go and check out each one of their repositories for what they're providing to the community. And then the individual new builders, I'll say they're new, I don't know exactly how long they've been around, but Pants and Please, providing Bazel-like behaviors with innovative new ideas. The recordings for these sessions are going to be available June 9th. And we recommend that everyone follow the Twitter handle at build_meetup for updates on future events. Obviously, we'll be posting these in Slack, but thanks everybody for attending. Thank all of our sponsors. Thank everybody who helped contribute to this. There was an intense amount of work, and a special thanks to the Plain Shorts crew, who, as I understand, have been up until midnight their time for the past couple of days. We really appreciate your work. So thanks, everybody, and see you at the next Build Meetup.